What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 7 All Queen season, episode 2. So we start off with again, the whole, it's not a twist, but the rules for this season. So we have Trinity that got the golden plunger, which means she is blocked. She can win this week's challenge, but she cannot get a golden legend star, I should say. And again, the object of the game is to have the most stars at the end of the season. No one is going home. It is also a shortened season because there are only 7 queens, 7 or 8 queens. So the good thing is, I like this format. I mean, I'm gonna wait and see how it plays out, but so far I'm kind of liking the idea of it, at least the concept of it. So, of course, Shea Coulee, has to do the whole, well, I blocked you, Trinity, because that's really a compliment, because that means I see you as competition. And Trinity is like, girl, whatever. It's whatever. And like I said, probably the happiest person in the room is Monet. Why? Because Monet has a star, but no blood on her hands. Although, that's going to come back a little bit later on and make her a little nervous, but we'll get to that. So the other great thing about this season is I feel like we are expediting everything because, baby, we have the Snatch game in episode 2. Again, we are dealing with queens. We are dealing with the creme de la creme. We are dealing with former winners. So y'all should be ready. And not only are you doing one person, baby, you are doing 2 people, okay? The Snatch game is going to have a part 1 and a part 2. So let's get into who everybody is. It's no need in us going through the rule, giving them the breakdown and talking to them about it. Child, it is what it is. Let's go on through this. The guest host is Diana Who Guinness. I think I wrote her name down right. Trinity is the Devil and Leslie Jordan. Raja is Madam. Y'all remember Madam the Puppet? I remember Madam the Puppet. She's Madam the Puppet. And Diana Breland, who was a original editor of Vogue, I believe. Monet is Mike Tyson and Martin Lawrence as Shanae. Shea Coulee is Elsa Majibo, who is a social media star, a YouTuber, and Miss J from the catwalk guru that most people know from Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model. And I keep saying Vixen. Vivian. It's not Vixen. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. She's playing Joanna Lumby and Catherine Tate. I don't know who either one of those people are, but I was entertained. I'm gonna leave it at that. Jinx plays Natasha Lyonne and Judy Garland. Evie Oddly plays Rico Nasty and the Boogeyman. Now, she plays Rico Nasty, who is like this scream punk rocker. She said, I feel like I've heard the name, but I don't know who it is. And the Boogeyman, it's her interpretation of who the Boogeyman is. And I think it is absolutely, her interpretation was hilarious. We'll get to that. Jada plays Prince and Lady Chablis, a la, what is it? Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil? Is that it? So, the judges are Ross and Michelle Visage. And again, because of the type of season that we are doing, I feel like we are not totally tearing people down. The critiques, although in some cases are very, they're softballs. They're softballs. So let's get into this. I was thoroughly entertained, especially after this last season of Snatch Game, which was probably the worst Snatch Game in the history of RuPaul's Drag Race. I was thoroughly entertained. A couple of people absolutely had me laughing. Trinity version of the devil, baby, she made the devil gay, and it was hilarious. And then Leslie Jordan was so funny. She had prosthetics, and like at the very beginning, you couldn't even see Leslie, because remember, Leslie is short, and that's always one of his jokes about how short he is. She had to sit on a booster seat. Hilarious. Raja, I think, did a good job with both of her characters. Madam was absolutely, again, I think was a great, great twist. You're playing a puppet. But remember, Madam was like the jokester to the straight, the puppet master. I thought she did a great job. Shea Coulee, I'm be honest with you, both of these were a miss for me. Elsa Mujambo, even though you don't have to know who these people are to be entertained. I'm not sure who this woman is. I'm gonna have to look her up though. I feel like the first joke was funny, and then after that, it was sort of flatline for me. I was not entertained by the Lady J at all. Like, at all. It gave me nothing. It didn't. The Vivian, again, like I said, I didn't know who either one of these people are. I don't know who Joanne Lumby is or Catherine Tate, but I was entertained by both. I was absolutely entertained by both. And like Ruth said, I couldn't even halfway understand half of what she was saying, but I was entertained by both. The Jinx, I'm gonna come back to Jinx Monsoon. We're gonna come back to her. Evie Oddly, I said the first. Rico Nasty, again, it was sort of a one note thing for me, but the Boogeyman was hilarious. She played the Boogeyman as a blaxploitation pimp from the 1970s with the afro and the slang from the 70s and horny, trying to sleep with everybody. I thought did a great job. The second one was the charm for her. The first one, kind of missed it, but the second one was definitely a charm. The charm for her. Monet did Mike Tyson and Martin Lawrence as Shanae. I think both were good. Mike Tyson was better than the Shanae, but both were good. Both made me chuckle. The Mike Tyson was funny. Was funnier than for me. Mike Tyson kept talking about how they was going. You know, the thing about All Stars streaming on Paramount is that they can cuss. So it got real raunchy. The language got real, real feisty. Okay, Mike Tyson was talking about who he was going, who he was going to F in the ass. Okay, it got real feisty. Jada did Prince and Lady Chablis. Prince wasn't great, but it was funny because of how she played Prince. Right? It was the whole, I know this is bombing, and I'm just gonna keep on being. I'm gonna just make it more and more ridiculous. Lady Chablis was a lot better. Lady Chablis was a lot better. But let's get back to this damn Jinx Monsoon. Natasha Lyonne, great, fine. Judy Garland stole the show. The way I was sitting in my living room cackling. When I say laughing, I'm talking, I was over here laughing so hard at her Judy Garland. She did such a good job with Judy Garland. I mean, there was, at that point, honestly, there was no question for me that Jinx was going to win one of those top spots. Now, I didn't know she was going to win the lip sync, but I knew she was going to win one of them top spots. Now, that absolutely no doubt in my mind. And it was no doubt in anybody else's mind, because when they were in the workroom, Monet was talking to her about, so girl, who you think you gonna block? And Jinx, it was so funny. Jinx was like, well, wouldn't it make sense to block one of the winners from last week? I mean, at this point, that's the only thing we have to go by, and you already have you already got one up on us, right? Monet was like, no. I said, yeah, you stayed under the radar to a certain extent, but when it was time to start blocking people and worried about who you were gonna block, it was still very much, you were still very much in play, ma'am. Now, you don't have no blood on your hands, but you still got a target on your back, okay? The runway was pleather principle, so everybody had some sort of pleather. Monet wore this great brown pleather dress that had the, it was sleeveless, and the front had like the etched out six-pack to make it look like it was like this whole six-pack thing working in the front. I liked it. I liked the color. Y'all hear that? It's storming outside. Sorry if that thunder is a little loud. Jinx did a whole Mary Poppins My Fair Lady version of her pleather outfit with the bustle and all of that. Very much that. Evie Oddly gave us a whole anime vibe, even with the big blue hair. I think the hair was even plastic. And with the stacked heels, looked straight out of an anime. Straight out of an anime cartoon. Raja gave us a trench coat with the blue snakeskin dress underneath. The trench coat was red, so the color combo was very like boom in your face. Trinity was a cotton candy situation with the ass out. She said that not all of her outfits show off her body, so enjoy it now. Okay, Trinity. The Vivian gave. I love the Vivians. It was a all red with the thick stiletto, stack heels, not stiletto, but the stack heels with this huge shoulder pads. Huge shoulder pads. It was red from top to bottom. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Jada Essence Hall channeled her inner Jada Pinkett Smith from the Matrix, a la Matrix. She had the long brown trench coat with the. It looked straight out of the Matrix. Okay. Shea Coulee gave us a chapped look with like a cat woman with a Basquiat, like writing over it or whatever. It was cute. If I had to give a top and a bottom for me for the week, my bottom would be Trinity's. I wasn't crazy about Trinity's look. Wasn't real crazy about Trinity's look. A top from me, maybe the Vivian. That red, I really love that red. If I had to give a top and a bottom, yeah. But I liked more than I disliked. I liked Monet's. I liked Jada's. I liked Vivian's as far as like a top. So the judges, of course, deliberate. They give their critiques, and they were very nicely said everything I said. I mean, they very nicely let Evie Oddly know that she wasn't, hers wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't horrible. They let Jada Essence know that her prince was a fail, but it was so hilarious. It was so ridiculous that it was still funny. And of course, everybody loved Jinx Monsoon's Judy Garland. Like, it was just no competition. So the tops of the week is Trinity and Jinx Monsoon, like I said. And what's interesting is that Trinity can win, but Trinity can't get a star. She can't get a Legends star. But she can block somebody for next week. So the lip sync was Rumor Has It by Adele. Now I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm rating the lip sync, I really think Trinity the Tuck did a better job with the lip sync. As far as entertainment value, I liked Jinx, and because Jinx was still dressed up as Judy Garland, she favored Adele to me. So she looked very Adele in this lip sync. But I was really more entertained by Trinity, if I'm being honest about it. But Jinx deserved the win, and Jinx got the win. Like, she absolutely deserved to get the win. Jinx gets the win. So now she has the power to block somebody for next week. And who did she choose to block? Miss Shea Coulee. So Shea can win next week, but Shea can't win another star. Which is going to be interesting to see how that plays itself out. So now, Monet and Jinx Monsoon are the only two. Monet and Jinx Monsoon and Shea Coulee have stars. Unfortunately, Trinity has a win, but no star. And again, Shea can win next week, but she won't get a second star. All right, so next week, the only people that are in play to take the lead would be Monet or Jinx Monsoon. And I am here for this season so far, you guys. I'm definitely here. They've got my interest. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.